last but not least, speaking of ruthless aggression, the GOAT finally, the GOAT, John Cena is retiring.
Gotta get some.
How do y'all be giving them some love? How do y'all feel about the outcome of the match between John Cena and GOAT?
Every time somebody say they retire and they lose,
absolutely horrible. We have been programmed because WWE is the top prize of professional wrestling that WWE has set a precedent for everything. They set most companies around the world believe that, oh, we need to file WWE suit if we want to keep up with WWE instead of wanting to be their own entity. So WWE has set the precedent over the years. Whether it's Adam Cole, whether it's Samoa Joe, whether it's no matter who it is, when they leaving and they're not bringing any more value to that WWE, you need to set up value for the nigga that is here because you're leaving. At the same time, I don't have a problem. Like I said, even if and I felt like Cena's such a company guy. Triple H said that shit. He was like, yeah, I want to bring a young talent up. I agree with that. That's a good idea. Let's do that. So of course he's gonna preach it all on TV the whole time he's saying it. At the same time, I don't give a fuck about none of this shit that happened. My problem with Cena giving up is that this nigga has had a T-shirt. That's exactly what fucking week this final tour. He's probably had the most T-shirts in WWE history, and his fucking motto is loyal, hustlety, respect, and never give up. I don't care if the nigga smiled. He could have smiled and went the fucking sleep. And y'all could have did the vintage Hulk Hogan 3 hands up, and everybody would have still cried. But at least they would have knew John Cena went out with the motto that he taught all of us going up to maybe in our 20s and 30s now. It's like y'all shattered that. How is like it's like if you really look at it, what did Heenan say about his heel run? He said at the end of this, I'm going to ruin wrestling. What did we see at the end of that match? They show all the fans, adults in tears, kids looking crazy. People. What to me? All the main fans that look like Triple H and TKO used fucking John Cena's fucking last or final retirement tour to do what they wanted to do, and they don't understand that they made it by mistake, ruined wrestling and WWE's terms. Did y'all see the post show? And I know these niggas was booing Triple H, bro. And he's like, you know what it is.
They was chatting different stuff, and then another thing, I was watching an interview that John Cena did. He said he didn't choose any of his opponents.
None of his opponents.
So that's starting to make me
And John Cena also said in an interview that he initially came to Bruce Pritchard and Nick Khan and Triple H and said he wanted to do a full retirement tour. At least 220 dates. At least 220 dates, including live tours in all of the cities they went to.
That's starting to make me think if he was part of his own booking now.
That probably would have took 2 years to do that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He said he didn't mind doing an extra year because he didn't have a timeline for his retirement tour when he went to them. He wanted to do a whole retirement tour with a heel turn, and he knows it takes 3-4 months to sell a proper heel turn to the point where niggas want you to actually lose to whoever you fighting. He knew that, and he knew to sell that he needed to go to live events and go to this live shows and all of that extra shit and the European tours as the heel with all that shit. But if you only want me these specified dates, nigga, I'm not fighting some of these times they seeing me. I'm just signing autographs.
Yeah, that's true.
Triple H specifically said, we understand that if you going out the door, you giving us all of this extra time does not bring value if you're not going to react and you give us all of the dates. Again, Triple H. Like, it's not about you, bro. That kind
of makes more sense, though.
Do you know how good, even still, look at how fans, look how old those fans was to see the third, almost 40-year career of Sting come to an end. And he went out on top as a champion and never lost in his 4 years in AEW. Like, if you really just go back and look at that video, the fans, that's how
when he had his sons in the ring.
Not only did he win the match, he lost to two of the founding fathers of the company. They were willing to put a legend over and make him look good. That show went off with people cheering and clapping. Saturday Night's Main Event went off with niggas cried and crying.
People paid $500, paid $1,000.
That's not how you celebrate a quote-unquote greatest of all time.
Now I'm glad. I'm mad I missed it, but now I'm glad I ain't spent that much. Spend that $500 to see my goat lose like that.
Tragic, bro. I'm glad people like Undertaker ain't want to do no retirement tour. I would have been did dirty, bro.
I agree with some stuff on basically.
The thing that I just didn't like is that he tapped.
Yeah, I would have rather him just.
I rather lost from a pinfall.
That's how I don't
or
even
fell
feel
asleep.
I've never seen John Cena tap.
The last time they said he tapped was like 2005, 2006.
What is the point? It's going 20 years saying I would never give up, being called Super Cena, just a tap from a fucking Roddy Piper sleeper hole.
A sleeper? Come on, yo.
I think the only reason he tapped because if somebody look at it, Gunther just kept trying to do the sleep move for like a whole 5 minutes. He did the shit like 7 times and he couldn't get out. He woke up, got away, he got up, got back down. He do a move, he still jumped on to do a sleep.
Triple H loves Gunther, yo.
So the part I disagree on is that to me, in my opinion, this probably was one of Cena's best years. He did everything a wrestler would do in that whole entire career. He set the record for the most titles of all time with 17. He became a Triple Crown winner. He was basically full-time and part-time. He became a heel, back, face, in between. He basically did everything in this 1 year on this retirement.
In the same way you agree, I gotta disagree. He did not get any point in 2025 be full-time. That nigga had 56 dates in 2025.
Now I'm saying he was just popping up at
That
random
nigga was
dates.
popping up at random dates, even when he was the champion. He never had a time where he was out back to back.
That's one thing I wish he was actually for. I know he obviously had like the movies and stuff, but he said it himself, like you said.
He was willing to move stuff. He had people on his side willing to move stuff
Just for his
him
retirement
to
tour.
do the tour. They were ready to appreciate Cena. His own company wasn't ready
I
to
wish he
appreciate.
had more time
That's
for
the
Cena,
problem.
but it's over for Cena. You know, 23 years in the business.
I'm mad that he